Since the inception of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration in May 2019, priority has been placed on the transformation of the education sector. Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Folashade Adefisayo, gives a breakdown of the activities of the administration through education offices and agencies in areas such as improvement of basic education, recruitment of 3,000 primary and secondary school teachers, and the provision of schools infrastructure.
While the most critical factor in any school system is the quality of teaching and learning, it is important that teaching and learning be conducted in an atmosphere that is conducive for learning. And so there was a deliberate policy of repairing 60 schools. Plans are far gone, and by the time schools resume, they will resume with facilities managers, because we found that a major problem with our infrastructure was, of course, the fact that we built, but we did not have a good enough structure to support the buildings. Another area of focus has been primary education. Now, you know that the foundation has to be strong, and this is where children come into the school system. And so one of the things that we decided to do was to look at the quality of teaching and learning. Like I said earlier, infrastructure is very critical. It's very important that children learn in a good environment, but it's also extremely important that they are taught by teachers who are skilled, competent, able, and who are also well motivated. And so one thing we did was to upgrade the skills of our teachers by introducing this program, ECO Excel. These are some of the teachers at the training program that we did for them. You can see the joy in their faces with each one holding up their tablets. We knew that we had a significant gap in terms of number of teachers. So we have nearly concluded the recruitment of 2,000 primary school teachers. All that we are waiting for is for the lockdown to end and the letters will be given out. And we've concluded the 1,000 secondary school teachers. They've already been employed to their schools. And so again, when we come back after the lockdown, the children are going to have more teachers than they had before. Another thing we've done, like I said, you have to make your teachers happy. And so we've disbursed school refurbishment loans to our teachers. We are also giving out housing loans to them. And we are glad to say that our teachers are responding in equal manner, in that their skills are unprecedented. And we have many stories, especially during the lockdown, of how our teachers, without any prodding from us, continued to work with their students.
Other activities mentioned by the Commissioner are investment in technology and leveraging on public-private partnerships.
We've been having significant support from the private sector, and many people have come to us wanting to take up one area or the other of our 15 focused areas. One thing we have also been very proud of is that during the school closure caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, we moved very fast. Within a week or two, we were already giving out lessons on radio. So we organized a lot of teaching for the children. We supplemented with online, so they have access to, if they have access to online, the teaching is there. If they have access to radio, the radio is also there, available for them, as well as television. Our students have done us proud because they are enjoying their learning, and so they've gone for various competitions and won awards. Our children keep on doing us proud, and we want people to know that public school children are very, very smart, and we are very proud of them. We've done a lot with training teachers, and we are very happy again. This is another partnership with Microsoft. They are training 18,000 of our teachers in digital literacy. This is being done via Zoom, and I have testimonies from the teachers about the quality of training that they've received. We are doing so much with training because we know that nothing will beat the quality of our teachers if we continue to train them and support them in various ways, train them in all the skills they will need. And we are proud of our teachers. They have done us proud. This is Mrs. Elushakin, who won Best Teacher in Nigeria, Public Senior Secondary. That's the governor. He was very proud of her. And apart from all the prizes she's won, he was also able to give her an apartment. Next to her is Mr. Ekushe Idumi, also Best School Administrator in a Nigerian public junior secondary school. Now, this was a competition among all schools across Nigeria, and we're very proud that we came first in these two categories. And then, of course, Government Junior School, Ketu Ekpe, Best School in Nigerian Public Junior Secondary School. So I hope you can see that we are running great schools, and we are very proud of them and proud of our teachers who continue to do well. Because we are also responsible for private schools, we are instituting a grading instrument for evaluating all our schools, private and public. This is being done by our Office of Education Quality Assurance. We are revamping the existing guidelines, and our goal is to increase private school registration above 100% year on year.
The special advisor to the governor on education, Mr. Tokunbo Wahab, also stated achievements such as renovation of libraries and ICT centers, establishment of additional 21 adult literacy centers, and the Ready Set Work initiative.
Here we have 20 libraries and ICT centers renovated across the states. Under the Office of OSAI, if you permit me to use that abbreviation, we have to intervene in some of our schools, believing that if we can give them a formal library and ICT base, we can start teaching them the reading culture and then giving them an enabling environment to go in there and explore who they want to be. So 12 months ago or 8 months ago, we had 20 carried out, but graciously Mr. Governor had approved 43 for this new year, which is over 100% increase. Now, within the past 1 year, we also had to launch our 4.0 edition of Ready Set Work. Ready Set Work is meant to teach our final year students across the state soft skills on how you can get yourself employed. We bring in mentors for them, we give them internships, and prepare them for the real world outside the four walls of the university or the polytechnic or the college of education. So we had one last year, and I'm glad to also inform that Mr. Governor had given the approval for us to change it to Job Initiative Lagos rather than Ready Set Work. Now, another program of intervention is what we call the Code Lagos. Under the Code Lagos, we've trained 100,000 students, 656 public and private schools. What this does, teach them coding. We find out from research that some students will not even go beyond primary and secondary, and they have the basic skills to survive. And those skills lies in the IT world. We have the fourth revolution coming, is the technology revolution. And so we're preparing them for that by training over 100,000. This year, Mr. Governor had also graciously approved us to call it Digital Skill Initiative Lagos. So it will change from Code Lagos to Digital Skill Initiative Lagos. And we're going to be having two phases. The phase 1 will start now, online, and then phase 2 will start towards the end of the year.
He added that the administration has placed Lagos State University on the global platform through the provision of accommodation via public-private partnership, the creation of a 500-seater computer-based test center, and participation in exchange programs with different foreign universities.
In the past 12 months, we've been able to get LASU onto a global platform. They have this exchange with Michigan University. They also have with Cape Town University, Egerton University in Kenya, and University of Sierra Leone. The big one is in the offing, but for COVID, LASU was meant to have a partnership with Cornell in New York that will help them run the MBA program. Mr. Governor had given them a property in the heart of Victoria Island for that purpose, and is undergoing renovation. Hopefully by the end of this program, we should have it up and running.
Indeed, the first year in office of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has been eventful in the education sector, and the Lagos State government is promising not to rest on its oars in providing an international standard education system for its teeming population.